So, hello, welcome to Founder Interviews, where I talk to amazing founders on SeedLegals. And today I'm talking to Jas from Luna. So Jas, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Jas. I'm 50% of Luna, so co-founder with my best friend Joe, and we're building the world's first health app for teenagers.
Okay, so tell me, what problem are you solving for teenagers?
We are solving for the massive amount of misinformation that exists today online when it comes to teens' health and well-being, because today teens aren't always going to their parents, they're not going to books, what they're doing is going to TikTok. And let me tell you now, there is a lot of scary stuff on there when it comes to health and well-being information.
Okay, so teens are going to find the Luna app, they're going to get on it. Now, I understand your traction's amazing so far. Tell me more.
Yeah, we are pretty impressed by what we've been able to build and make a somewhat taboo topic seem cool. So we now have around 100,000 members on our platform in over 150 different countries. And teenagers are genuinely loving Luna. They're logging in on average 6 times a week, some 20 times a week. We've really built a community feel around the brand and the product.
That's amazing. You've raised like £1.5 million so far.
Yes.
That is awesome. So tell me how it works, because you've got a part of the app or website is for kids and part of it is for parents. Tell us more about both sides of that.
Yeah, absolutely. So the app is primarily for the teenagers themselves. There's a space for them to learn through curated content all about health and well-being, all created by experts. They can ask anonymous questions to experts as well. And then we publicly post back the answers. So it's a bit like a forum style. Other teens can go in there and read things and realize that they're normal. There's a tracking feature as well. So a place for them to track their moods, emotions, start seeing their habits. And then all of that is gamified. There's lots of quizzes and points, which is what Gen Alpha and Gen Z love. Now, on top of that, the parent layer, like you said, we've got so much insight on this generation, and we want to be able to share that with parents and also help them through parenting teens as well. So parents can also access insights, content, tips and tricks as well from our experts too.
Okay, so you're a team of 7 people, is that right?
Yeah, small, lean, mean team.
Okay, great. So obviously this kind of app is going to be heavy on moderation. How do you keep it clean, so to speak?
Absolutely. So there's no user-generated content in the app.
Okay.
It's all created by Luna's amazing expert community. And there's actually no peer-to-peer interaction in the app either.
Okay.
So there's no sort of risk there when it comes to potentially harmful information or harmful conversations. It's just a member and Luna.
So you are the content creators.
We
and
are.
is there a plan to open that up to a community and, ripples going further out so you get a wider group creating content?
It's a great question. At the moment, there isn't that plan. And the reason for this, it's such a vulnerable audience that actually Luna having control of the conversation is really important. And we've already created a very sticky and engaging product without that. So for now, the plan is to keep it no peer-to-peer interactions, but who knows what the future might hold.
Okay, so building a brand for teens sounds notoriously difficult. Tell me how you go about building a brand.
Great question. And, I'm not a teen, I'm not a Gen Z, I'm very much a millennial. So this was an upward curve for sure. The secret sauce was really 2 things. Number 1, getting the community involved, getting them to spread the word and having them co-create the product with us. So we have a team of nearly 500 brand ambassadors who help us with social media, but also help with the product roadmap. Every half term or summer holidays, we bring these work experiences in, not all 500 of them, to our office to help us refine the roadmap, give us feedback. So I think part of the success has really been working so closely with the teams themselves. And second of all, and I hate to say this because obviously TikTok is the whole reason we exist, but we've been able to use TikTok as a way to get the word out there for Luna and bust the myths that they are learning from. And for us, TikTok has been a great source of organic growth. We've really managed to nail what the Gen Z and Gen Alpha like on TikTok. And yeah, the 2 things in tandem have helped us create a brand that teenagers love.
So that sounds amazing. The traction so far has been awesome. 100,000 people using the app. What are the plans over the coming years? How do you expand?
Great question. And we've done 100,000 members on not that much marketing budget. at all. So just imagine what we can do when we've got more. I think we'll be reaching millions of teenagers across the world. And my vision really is to be in the pockets of teens and parents everywhere. So the focus for us next is to keep improving our product. Again, this is our MVP that teens are obsessed with, and there's so much more we want to launch and do with the product, but then also grow and reach more teenagers. So that's really the focus for the next couple of years for us.
Okay, so what's the business model? Who pays? The kids, the parents?
So the business model is a freemium model, and parents are largely the payer of this because they are getting healthy, happier, more empowered teenagers. But we're talking the price of less than a cup of coffee a month. So it's really not a big investment.
Okay, so it's primarily for kids, but there's a parent angle as well. What's the parent angle? How do the parents get in the app, and what do they get as value?
Yeah, so like I said before, obviously they get a happier, healthier teen. But on top of this, we have insights like no other on this audience. We can tell you what's top of mind for teenagers, for all the questions they're asking us. We know what's trending on social media, and we're working with amazing experts in this space as well. So parents get access to all of these insights and advice that we have at Luna.
Okay, so one of the things you mentioned was the brand ambassadors. And when
Yes.
you're going for a mass consumer audience, particularly a younger audience, brand ambassadors are a fantastic way of magnifying
100%.
your influence on potentially a much lower cost base than buying other ads. So tell me how you developed this brand ambassador. 500 sounds amazing. Where do you find them, and how do you elevate people to become brand ambassadors?
Yeah, it's a brilliant question. And truthfully, we just picked them up along the way. So when my co-founder and I, Joe, started this journey, we didn't know anyone who had teenagers. So the first thing we did was went back to our high schools. We did a presentation on what Luna is. And then we started getting messages in from teenagers like, hey, where can we download the app? Can we come do work experience? And so we thought, okay, let's get the information of these teenagers. Let's bring them on board. We need their help. And this then amplified because we started going to more and more schools to talk about Luna, more and more people wanting to get involved. This group of ambassadors just started to emerge. And then they started sending us feedback and ideas, and actually you should do this. They then self-named themselves the Luna Luminaries. We're bringing friends into this. So it kind of just happened. And then as we noticed the power of these ambassadors, we formalized it more and more. And we've had ambassadors leave the group, join the group. It's a bit of a movement really. And now we want to do the same with parents too, because obviously word of mouth from parents there means a lot too.
Well, you know you've got a hit product when you've got that cult following and super followers who are going to, particularly if, you know, the developers in the business are older than the audience, they're going to represent the audience and give you things to do. So that sounds fantastic. Now, you know, the content has been created by your team. You didn't mention the word AI. Is there AI in the future? Does it connect? Does it give feedback? Any AI plans?
Yeah, so we have got AI in our product at the moment. In fact, we are an AI-enabled product. However, at the moment, all of the content is created by humans. The way we are using AI today is to actually answer some of the questions we've had in from teenagers. So we've had in over 50,000 questions to date. Over 60% have been more or less the same. And we're actually using AI now to start powering the responses to those questions, to start triaging questions. However, where we don't have a like-for-like match, there is still a human element as our models learn. We're also using AI in the back end to promote healthier habits. So where a user has been tracking and we've noticed certain patterns, we can push them nudges or push them content that they might want to start learning about. But as AI gets smarter, we obviously want to continue using it and create a safe, friendly way of using AI.
Okay, so particularly in a world where you've created lots of content,
Exactly.
you can use AI to ingest that content in a private model and then
Exactly.
provide a conversational interface for it. And I see at SeedLegals, you can do that with our knowledge base of hundreds of articles. So you can go tell me about SEIS and it'll tell you that. Okay, so you mentioned misinformation. Give me some examples of misinformation for kids.
Yeah, the stuff out there is wild. A question that we get all the time is it true I can stop my periods with a shot of lime juice, tagine powder and salt water? That I can lose 8 pounds by drinking 32 ounces of salt water? And asking if they're normal about whether their skin should shed every month on their period. These are real things that teens are learning from. And I wanted to tell you this because as millennials, that probably seems a bit far-fetched to us, but this is what the reality of Gen Alpha and Gen Z are learning from.
Okay, so if you're a parent watching this, how do you persuade your rebellious teenage kid to go off and get this amazing app?
Trust me, all you need to do is search us up on the app stores, We Are Luna, show them the reviews on there, and give them the chance to try it themselves. And I promise you now, it will make you the coolest parent out there. You can go to our handles on socials and also our website, which is @WeAreLunaApp. Or you can connect with me personally on LinkedIn, Jas Schembri-Stothart. I'm always open to talking to parents, learning more about their journey and how I can support them more too.
And if someone wants to reach out to find out more about upcoming funding and other plans, where can they reach you?
They can get me personally either on LinkedIn or on Jas@weareluna.app.
Amazing. Thank you.
Thank you.